and B.
You and your friends are rock climbing through verbal
You and my friends are athletic.
What?
Glorious.
No, they're like a pitch perfect horizontal running. Horizontal running. Cliff that is 100
In 1 hour, I will climb
You have
zero.
climbed it for a while. You're
I'll climb zero.
and you just stop and then the next person climbing zero became his You can't climb about 2 feet. Yeah, in each hour. You retain your pace after break. You climbed it.
After my break, after my
1 hour. Is this 1 hour?
I'd have to climb
It says you said
2 hours.
it says you can climb 12 feet in each hour, so 1 hour is 12.
Well, it's at that above the beach when you hop on a ledge. I probably have a snack and not
Okay, this is bucket list. I think it's totally one. Is this if you maintain your pace after your break, how high will you climb it? 1 hour. In 3 hours. In 3 hours. My sister takes like so long to read Maze Runner. She's still like only halfway. Yes, she had the books finished that when last year. She had the books for like 3 months already.
I haven't read it.
I already read 2 books. No, she had 3 times during the summer. Like nearly my mom won't work. All she ever does is sit on the couch. She doesn't read a book. I read 2 books while she was reading Maze Runner.
When you read,
Yeah.
2 hours.
It's 12 and 24, right?
A through G, you guys.
I don't know, but I will.
Okay. That's how you guys do.
Okay, so
See if you can do C and D. Most of you can do A and B. I need to see the work. How did you get that? How'd you guys get the video after you at one? Okay. I think it was 21. Okay. Okay, looks like most of you understood what you're doing. Okay. In 1 hour, they're asking if you maintain your pace after your break, how high will you climb and all? Okay, look. Did you circle the question they're asking? If you maintain your pace, listen. If you maintain your pace after your break, how high will you climb? Okay, I want you to circle. How high will you climb in 1 hour? Because some of you get it wrong. First of all, okay, and then underline. So we need to know how high. So you need to answer, how high will you climb? In 1 hour, I will climb. You forget to write incomplete sentence, huh? This is all in what unit of measurement? Feet. Some amount of feet. Okay, most of you got this right. Most of you said that you were already at what feet? You were already at 36, right? So you're currently at 36 feet. You have been climbing for a while and are currently at 36 feet above the beach. Okay, that's important. You can climb about 12 feet in each hour. Okay? 12 feet each hour. What does that mean? Each hour after that, you climbed how far? 12. But what did you start out with? 36. You start out with 36 feet. You're already at 36 feet.
Oh, so you're just.
Okay? You're already. I need you to go back and underline when you're reading. You need to annotate. Okay, believe me, the 36.8. You and your friend are climbing a vertical cliff that is 100. Okay, so that cliff is a total. To me, when it has is, that tells me when there's this word is. Okay, this is a star word for me. That tells me it's a total. Okay, so the total of this climb has to be 108, right? So current 36 feet, that tells me because it's current, it's where I start. Annotate. So 12 feet high each hour. Here's the other thing I stressed when I was teaching Algebra 1. Each and pre-algebra. Each means time. Each always means time. The number of feet in times the amount of hours. Right? So a lot of you, what you guys did was add 12 each time, right? Add 12. Correct? When I went around, that's what you did. You add 12, you got 48 feet. Notice that I write the sentence first and then I just put the answer, right? So, in 2 hours, I will climb how many?
60.
60 feet. Right? You keep adding what? 12. So here's algebraically. Because I keep 12 times what for 2 hours? You times it by 2 to get 24, right? Right? You add 24 next, correct? Does that make sense? No one did it this way. I didn't see anyone. Did anyone write it this way?
No, I didn't.
No. You guys kept adding 12. If you keep adding 12, this means if I add another 12, how many 12s are there? 2. Right? Here I added, this is 180 minutes, that's 3 hours, right? How many 12s did you add? 3, so 12 times 3. This is how many hours? 60 into that, how many?
3.5.
3.5. Oh, that's harder to find. Did you guys figure it out?
Yes.
What was it? 78. What did you do?
Because it's
Yeah.
half, so you just
Half of 60 is 30 since when 80 plus 30 is 2, and it's right, 6, which is half.
Okay, very good. This is 96, right? Correct? And then here is 3.5. So you got half. What did you do again?
Since
You got 96. That's 3 hours. And then you need to add it half more. How far did you go halfway? Half of 12. Half of what? Half of 96 or half of 12? Half Does that make sense?
No.
What do you mean? Every time you added 12, right? You added 12 here, you add another 12 here, you add another 12 here. Here, could you add another 12?
Well, I mean, okay, so B was 60, right?
Yeah, B was 60.
So then, like, I was right up until
Okay.
then, and I got 72 for C.
Okay, C, I'm sorry. So we get 60, add 12, 72. Right?
Yeah, that's what I did.
It's another hour. What did you do? Okay, let's look at this way. You start out 1 hour. It's that much, right? There's many ways to look at this. 1 hour is 48, no question, right? 2 hours, well, 36 plus, how far did you go 32?
Wait, don't you
No, not, you got 48. Your answer for 1 hour is 48. Another hour is how much? Another 12. This is just 1 more hour than here. Okay? That gives you 60. Okay? And then this is 3 hours here. You just add another hour, which is another 12, which is 72. Okay, this 72, would you add a whole hour? Would you add 1 hour? No, what would you add? Half an hour. How much is half an hour? Instead of 12, how far did we go? 6. Half of that. 78. Okay, so what quantity is always changing? What is always changing? The hours. Hours are changing. And what else? Hours, that's called time, okay? Time and hours. Okay, what also always change? Okay, so do you think hour is independent or dependent variable? Did they see here they gave you the hours, right? And what did you find? The feet. The feet then, because we find feet, that's a dependent variable. You get it?
Yeah.
Because we find what's always changing is feet. Feet changes also. Feet is called distance. Yes. You can't see, sorry. Feet is called distance. Now, because you always find a distance, notice each time we found the distance, right? That's the dependent variable. Dependent variable is the y. This is what always remained the same. What did we add each time? 12. 12 feet. Remains the same every time. That's the rate of change. Because this is the same all the time. Same all the time. This is called the rate of change. Just like your speed. Your speed were always the same. How fast you were going were always the same. You went further, but at the same rate. At the same rate of change. Get it? So, distance is dependent. Oh, what quantity depends on the other? Okay, what quantity depends on the other? Feet depends on what? Time. Feet depends on time. That's why it's dependent. That's why it's called dependent variable or quantity. question? Okay, let's look at this. Can we put this? Now remember, your input is always the independent. The output is always the dependent. Your answer. Okay? So quantity name. So this is time. So the output is feet, but feet is distance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Feet is the distance. Distance is in feet. The unit of measurement. This is called unit of measurement. Is in feet. The distance. If you get confused with this, start with the unit of measurement first. If you get confused with this, start with unit of measurement. All my answer are in feet. All my answer, if you noticed, were in feet. So start with that. Feet is called distance. The other one I put in, they gave me were hours. Okay, my unit measurement is that they give me was hours, and that's called time. Get it?
Yes.
Do you understand the output, the independent and dependent variable? Okay, now we can just substitute in. For 1 we got what? 48. For 2 we got 60. For 3